The AFC West, Big Baby Sports. Welcome to the AFC Connection, your go-to source for in-depth.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Baby here from the Bolt Zone and Big Baby Sports. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications for each and every podcast, pregame show, and more. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Chargers versus the Denver Broncos, Week 3, as they coming off of and dominating fashion versus the Las Vegas Raiders. They won 20-9. I like what I saw from that game. I just like what I saw from this team from Week 1. I like what I saw in general. I like what I see from this team in general as a team and as a camaraderie group. We seem more hungrier than ever as a team. We just seem more hungry as a team. You know what I mean? We seem more like, okay, Houston Texans, you want to whoop our ass in the playoffs? Okay, let me show you what next season. I feel like they're taking that playoff loss into this season as motivation. Say, you know what? We're angry. We're going to do everything we can to get to where we need to get to. And so far, Chargers are one of the best teams in the league, in the NFL. From offense to defense, the running game got to improve a little bit. It's dead last at runs per yard, so we got to improve on those areas of the game. And I'm looking forward to, just the team in general. Like, I just feel like the Chargers, the LA Chargers, if they continue to play like the way we've been doing all season long, I feel like we can be one of the teams to beat in the AFC West. So far, we're 2-0 in the division. You know what I mean? So far, we're 2-0 in the division. I like where we are as a team so far. I like the energy, the effort from everybody, from the defense to offense, special teams. Shout out to the defense, against the Las Vegas Raiders. We forced the ball over Geno Smith 3 times. He was like 0 for 10 on pressures, and I like that. And some prayers to Khalil Mack. He got injured in that game, but he is on IR. He'll be out the next 4 games. He'll be back, and we did make another move today. We signed Tony Jefferson from the practice squad. Shout out to Tony Jefferson. Shout out to Tony Jefferson to the active roster, and also signed linebacker Kelton Vernell and Rashad Waver, linebacker veterans from Texans and Washington and Oakland Raiders, because he's the 4th pick overall. He's a very talented defensive end, so we kind of are just trying to hold the fort for Khalil Mack as he's out for the next 4 games. So we're looking forward to seeing what he does once he comes back. But we got the fort, but we got Deion Hanley. We got a lot of great players on this Charger defense. Derwin James, Talib Steele, Tony Jefferson. So we got a lot of great talent on this defense. Shout out to Jesse Mentor. Jesse Mentor is one of the best defense coordinators in the game. In the first 2 games, the Chargers defense is solid. I like it. I like where we're going as a team. I just like it. Justin Herbert's playing at a high level. Playing at a high level also too. Keenan Allen's back. Quentin Johnston's playing at a high level. I like what Quentin Johnston's doing from the first couple of games. His first 2 weeks of the season, we've been one of the best teams. You know what I mean? We got to give it where credit is due. You know what I mean? Chargers have been playing great, playing at a high level. Defense is up there. So if the Chargers continue to do what we normally do, and everybody's talking about Chargers this, Chargers that, Chargers, the same old Chargers. Jim Harbaugh is changing that culture over there in LA. He's changing it from the passion to the hustle to the tenacity to the desire. This Charger team is, Jim Harbaugh is a winner anywhere he goes. From when he was at San Diego, he won. When he went to the Niners, he won. The first year he went to the Super Bowl. Second year went to NFC Championship game. Then with Michigan, first year he made the playoffs with Michigan. Second year made the playoffs. Third year he won the national championship, and then now he's with the LA Chargers. First year playoff, second year, well, who knows? But what I'm saying is Jim Harbaugh culture is changing. Where we want to win. The way that we played defense the other night, we were playing like it was game 7. I like it. I like what we did from everything. Like I said, Jim Harbaugh is preaching defense, toughness. Jesse Mentors, and also too, we got another linebacker coach, Navarro Bowman. He played with Jim Harbaugh in San Francisco. So Navarro Bowman, he knows what it takes to get to the Super Bowl. He knows how to win. So he preaching what he knows, put on his players. And I liked Greg Roman, man. Shout out to you. You So far, it's just been nothing but pass, run. Justin Herbert is unleashed. But what I'm saying is, this Charger team is going to be a great team. We got a great group, great opportunity. Chargers are 2-0 in division right now. Chargers are 2-0 in division. Now we got to capitalize off an opportunity, to be 3-0 in division versus the Denver Broncos. Speaking of Denver Broncos, now let's get into. Make sure you guys hit that like button on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Hit that like button, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think of the show. Put some comments in the comment section down below. Looking forward to your comments and interaction. Speaking of the Denver Broncos, they're a very talented team. For me, keys to the game, we can't let Bo Nix do anything. We got to contain him because he's one of the best up and coming quarterbacks in this game. Also too, he's a runner, so Chargers got to be great on defense. Which that'd be cool. Appreciate you, Portia. Salute. But I just feel like the Chargers defense is gonna be implement on this game. Also, too, I feel like the turnover battle. Chargers got to force turnovers again. If the Chargers can get out opening lead on the Broncos, put pressure on Bo Nix, put pressure on the offense because they struggled against the Colts, but the Colts are undefeated. They're a great team. Jonathan Taylor over there, Daniel Jones over there. So they're a great team. Let me see here. Also, too, J.K. Dobbins, former Charger, returned to L.A. So that's going to be a battle. Looking forward to that. Also, they got a great group of receiving core over there in Denver. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. But yeah, man, Chargers Broncos, a divisional rival. So far, the first two matchups have been Vegas, actually Chiefs, Raiders. Now it's the Broncos. If the Chargers win on Sunday, we can hold the lead in the division 3-0. But we'll see what happens. We got to continue to play at a high level. We got to continue to play that we normally play. You know what I mean? They got a receiver named Trey Fulkin. He's a great player. Also, too, they got Cortland Sutton, one of the best receivers, up and coming receivers in the game. So we got to contain him. They got a great group of defense. You know what I mean? Zach Allen's a great player, beast. He's Chargers all line, got to protect Justin Herbert. And they also got another one, Nick Bontano, one of the great linebackers in this game, up and coming. And they got great safeties over there, in Denver. Pat Surtain, great corner. Riley Moss, great corner. Brandon Jones, So keys to the game: limit turnovers on your end, Chargers. Force turnovers. Get out and open early. Time of possession. Make Bo Nix frustrated. Make him take off his helmet, throw it. Make him pissed off. That's what we want. And time of possession too. I want to see the Chargers, answer, because I know it's in NFL. It's a game of runs. So if the Broncos score, don't get mad. Don't get frustrated. Just continue to battle. Continue to fight. Continue to battle at a high level on the field, man. And I want to see the Chargers get the running game going, because that first two games, the Chargers running game hasn't been there. It's dead last right now in the NFL in run percentage. So I want to see the Chargers continue to build upon the right now. We got Amarian Hampton from North Carolina. We got Najee Harrison. I feel like the reason he didn't start the first two games because of him being injured throughout training camp and stuff. So I want to see the Chargers start him on Sunday and, flip it. Najee Harrison, you start. Okay, Mar Hampton's flip it out. Switch it. That's what I want to see from the Chargers. Running game got to get it going. But, hey, if the Chargers offense is clicking, man, continue to do it, man. Continue to do the offense. Don't go away from what's working. I know you have to run the ball. I understand it. But if the offense is clicking on all cylinders, Keenan Allen scoring, Quentin Johnson scoring, Ladd McConkey doing his thing, Will Dissly doing his thing, even our rookies, caught some passes from Justin Herbert. And also too, do you know who was a bright spot so far this year? Deion Hanley, linebacker. Love his game. He got a pick against the Raiders. His tenacity is there, his heart, his passion. I love what I'm seeing from Deion Hanley. And if the Chargers want to win against the Broncos, they got to play like they did against the Raiders, but elevate it to another level. You know what I mean? I know we had opportunities to blow them out, but we couldn't score down when we got the ball back after Tony Jefferson got the interception. And Dante Jackson, cornerback from Pittsburgh, he's playing at a high level too. You know what I mean? Also too is playing at a high level too. Talib Steele, one of the best corners in the game, one of the up and coming corners in the game. He can protect, he can defend. He plays with a great energy, great passion. You know what I mean? But shout out to Tony Jefferson too. You know what I mean? Shout out to him for winning Defensive Player of the Week, 1 interception, 2 defensive, and 5 tackles. Shout out to you. But yeah, I just like to see this team also too. You know who is a beast? Is a beast too on our Charger defense is Derwin James. Derwin James is one of the best. Is the best safety in the NFL. The way he plays the game, he can play linebacker. You can put him in. You can play linebacker. You can put him at D, and he can play all over. But when he's rushing, when he's there engaged, playing at a high level, Chargers are hard to beat. He's one of the best safeties in the game. I don't care what anybody says. That's just my opinion. I just feel like the Chargers, the way that we are playing right now, 2 weeks into the season, because everybody wants to base off 2 weeks into the season. Because let me ask you this: if the Chargers were 0-2, everybody would be like, "It's over. Chargers not going to make the playoffs." But if the Chargers are 2-0, it's everybody's quiet. But I want to see the Chargers build off this 2-0 record. They have an opportunity. The LA Chargers have an opportunity, guys. People are watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. The Chargers have an opportunity to do something they haven't done in a while. Be up in the lead in the division. So what you want to do is against the Broncos, stop the run, stop their offense, their up and coming offense. So if the Chargers get out early, force turnovers, don't let Bo Nix stand there, get in the pocket, put pressure on like you did against Geno Smith. And I feel like the Chargers are going to do that. I feel like the Chargers defense is flying around, playing the high-level energy. Shout out to Jesse Mentor, defense coordinator. Also, shout out to Navarro Bowman, linebackers coach. So he's getting that team ready to roll, and it's going to be a battle. But, hey, every game is a battle. Every game that we've been playing from the opening is a battle. You know what I mean? I would like to blow Broncos out. You know what I mean? I'd like to destroy them, but it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a grind-out game. In my opinion, I think it's going to be like a Chargers will win this game 24-14, or if they, they turn up, let's go. I want to see the Chargers get this win, be 3-0 in division. I also want to see this Charger team make a statement because everybody's talking about, they're the same old Chargers. Okay, cool. Let them talk. Jim Harbaugh's going to turn his culture around. We're going Justin Herbert's playing at a high level. This team's playing at a high level. You know what I mean? Because the Chiefs are 0-2 right now. Raiders are 1-1. Broncos are 1-1. So if the Chargers win on Sunday, 3-0. So here's the division right here. It's Chargers, Raiders, Broncos, Chiefs. If you win on Sunday, you go up above everybody. 3-0 division. You can be like, okay, we're good. We got to continue to build upon this. Continue to stack these wins each and every day. If you want to get to 3-0, you got to be 2-0. So if we're 2-0, to get to 3-0, we got to win on Sunday, and we can continue to build upon what we're trying to accomplish in this league and what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? But Jim Harbaugh is one of the great coaches in the NFL. You know what I mean? So we finally have a coach that knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? We've been through, as a Charger fan, we've been through a lot of years, man, with craziness with coaches, horrible play calling with Brandon Staley, horrible play calling with Anthony Lynn. You know what I mean? So, and everybody wants to bring up nonsense nowadays, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, make sure you guys hit that like button. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys hit that like button. Hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. Also, too, here's my new YouTube channel. It's called The Bolt Zone. It's right here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to that. The Bolt Zone on YouTube. Go hit that like button. Go subscribe. Go, you know what I mean? Go hit that like button. You know what I mean? And subscribe. You know what I mean? Charger content is back for me. You know what I mean? But yeah, Chargers have an opportunity to win Sunday. Build upon it. Let's continue to lead. Let's continue to stack these wins, guys. Let's continue to, because the Chargers, man, are one of the best teams in the league, in my opinion. The way that we played, coming from Brazil, playing against the Chiefs, we have not beaten them since 2021. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, man, like I said, Chargers have an opportunity to do something special this year. You know what I mean? Do something special this year. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to this game on Sunday. It's going to be about, and it's the home opener for the LA Chargers. It's the home opener. You know what I mean? The home opener for LA Chargers. So it's like, you know what I mean? We got to show out at SoFi. You know what I mean? We got to turn up at SoFi. We got to turn up. You know what I mean? We got to turn up what we need to normally do. Turn up at home. Crowd's going to be rocking. You know what I mean? If you guys go to the game, turn up. Let's get this win. Let's continue to build upon. Let's continue to play great at a high level, man. Let's continue to be great. Let's continue to stack these wins, man. We gotta win. You know what I mean? No game's gonna be easy. I understand it. You know what I mean? But we just gotta, play at a high level. Defense to offense, special teams, kicking game, and you know what I mean. So it's like we got to take advantage of this opportunity, man. We got to take advantage of this opportunity. You know what I mean? We got to. CHARGERS. You got to take advantage, man. You have to, man. Because I want to see this team win. I want to see this team succeed you know what I mean? Like I want to see my LA Chargers do great. I want to see this team be great at what they do, and they are. They're playing great. You know what I mean? So we have to build upon this win. Let's move forward. But I feel like Khalil Mack being absent is gonna even make us play even harder for him. You know what I mean? He got a sack against the Raiders in that game. So it's like, then while we build upon this, you know what I mean? But man, Chargers versus Broncos. Broncos got a tough matchup last week versus the Colts. Colts won that game, and it's crazy, you know. But Broncos are probably going to be pissed off, so it's going to be a battle 1 p.m. Sunday. Finally, a Sunday game. Because last two games were Friday and Monday, so it's finally get a Sunday game. So I'm looking forward to that environment. I guess it's the Broncos and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go into weeks 3 picks starting tonight. Bills and Dolphins. Bills. Josh Allen MVP probably so far this season. You know what I mean? They got Josh Allen, James Cook, and Keon Coleman, receiver, great receiver in the game. And they also got Joey Bosa, former Charger. But the Dolphins are not going to win. It's going to be competitive tonight. But I feel like the Bills are going to whoop their ass. I'm going to say 34-17 Bills. Now we got 10 a.m. matchups. The Bengals versus the Vikings. I'm going to take – both teams have quarterbacks that are out. Joe Burrow's out for at least 3 months due to a toe injury, so it's going to be interesting to see how they play without him there. They got backup quarterbacks in there. Also, Minnesota got out quarterback too. JJ McCarthy's out, but they also got Carson Wentz as a veteran. So I got the Vikings in that one. In Minnesota, 24-17 Minnesota. Also, we got Pittsburgh and Patriots. Pittsburgh traveling to New England. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a battle. But I got be competitive matchup. I got the Steelers 27-20. Steelers. Colts and Titans. Both teams coming out. Well, Titans are looking for their first win, 0-2. Daniel Jones playing at a high level so far, 2-0. So it's a must win for the Titans. But Daniel Jones, Jonathan Taylor, they got great talent over there, and it's in the Colts. So I got the Colts winning. I'm gonna say it's gonna be high power. It's probably gonna be a grind out game. I'm gonna say 27-17 Colts. Now I got the Texans, Jaguars. Texans coming off of a tough loss on Monday Night Football versus the Buccaneers. Jacksonville 1-1. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I'm gonna say 31-21 Texans. We got the Falcons and Panthers. Falcons traveling to North Carolina. Falcons 1-1, 0-2 North Carolina Panthers. Got the Falcons winning 29-21 Falcons. Ooh, this is going to be a good game right here. The LA Rams versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams 2-2. Both teams 2-2. Rams looking to get revenge on the Eagles. It's going to be a battle, but until I said, until I see somebody that can beat the Eagles, it's going to be a battle, but I got the Eagles winning 34-31. It's going to be a high-powered offense. I know they got defense, but Saquon Barkley. Let me see. Saquon Barkley in that offense. Just Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, one of the best quarterbacks in the game. It's going to be a battle. You got Matthew Stafford. You got Kanua, and Devontae Adams. But it's going to be 34-21 Eagles. Jets, Buccaneers. You got the Buccaneers whooping the shit out of the Jets. 34-7. These are just my predictions. So it is what it is. Raiders, Commanders. Potentially no Jaden Daniels. Marcus Mariota may start, but I'm still going to go with the Commanders. It's going to be a competitive game, but I got the Commanders winning 21-17 Commanders. Packers, Browns. Packers 34-17. Shout out to my boy Isaiah. Shout out to my boy Gabe and Isaiah. One's a Raider fan. Yeah. To the Raiders, yeah, we whooped your ass, yeah. No, but we got the Saints and Seahawks. The Saints are struggling this year. They've been in last two games. They've been in crunch time. They failed to execute, but this is a learning curve for the Saints. Kellen Moore's over there, coach, and Brandon Staley's over there in defense. Spencer Rattler, great quarterback, but it's a toss up. I'm gonna go with the upset here. I'm gonna go with the Saints 24-17. I'm gonna go with the Saints. The Saints are gonna get their first win. Ooh, Cardinals 49ers. That's both teams 2-2. Great divisional game. I got the 49ers 24-17 in a defensive battle in the game. Cowboys, Bears. It's gonna be a good game. But the Bears are struggling, so I got the Cowboys winning 31-21. Ooh, the Sunday night game. Chiefs, Giants. Both teams 0-2. Who can get their first win? I'm going to be honest. I think the Chiefs are going to get their first win. Ooh, being honest. Chiefs are going to get their first win 24. Actually, you know what? Last game was a high-powered offense, so I'm going to say 31-21 Chiefs. And then we got the potentially Super Bowl preview right here. Potentially Lions. That was a Sunday night game I just talked about. Now it's the Monday night game to close out week 3. Lions and Ravens. Defensive battle, but I feel like this game is going to be a grind-out game. I'm going to say Ravens win 17-10 due to the defense and doing, no one can stop Lamar Jackson lately, so we're going to see. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, it's going to be a great, great week 3 for every team out there. You know what I mean? My Chargers got to get this win on Sunday to move to 3-0 in the division, move 3-0 on the season. Let's take the steps to get where we need to get to. So that being said, it's been your boy, Big Baby Jonathan, aka Big Baby Sports, aka the Bolt Zone, man. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. Shout out to everybody that supported me on this channel. Continue to support me, and I'll also be doing some Laker content here very soon. Charger content right now, but Laker season ain't too far away. I'll be talking about that in the future as well. But until then, everybody hit that like button, subscribe. It's been your boy, Big Baby. Peace out, everybody. Peace. Hold on real quick. Hit that like button, everybody. Yeah, man, it's been your boy, Big Baby. I'm out. Peace.